Hi everyone, I'm Nads.
And I'm Nada.
Welcome to the 4th episode of our podcast, Lesbinit, where we read lesbian Reddit stories and decide whether we're going to be binning them or not.
So, Nats, tell me, what has been going on in the lesbian world these past few weeks?
What hasn't been going on in the
Ooh.
past few weeks? I feel like, as usual, there's a lot of discourse around bisexuals.
Every day.
You've got celebrities, the queer communities debating whether they're queer enough. You also have this very famous TikTok, which is all over my Twitter timeline, where a bisexual woman makes a lot of points about their lack of interest in women.
He was a bisexual?
Yeah, lack of interest in women in every regard, whether it be masculine women, feminine women, and claims that they're just not men, but they're still very attracted to women.
Okay.
Despite degrading them and saying they're not. So, I don't know. That's been interesting to see.
Yeah, that's...
I try to stay out of it, but...
Okay, that seems very interesting and maybe we should cover it soon, but a different day, because today we have some stories to go through.
All right, let's crack on then.
Let's crack on.
Can we bin it?
Lesbinit. This story is coming from the subreddit Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for hiring a nude cleaning lady? I, 30 female, lesbian, was alone in my apartment this summer because my roommate, 26 female, straight, was back at her home, but still...
I'm sorry. My roommate...
Straight.
My straight roommate. Okay.
My straight roommate was back at her home, but still paying her portion of the rent. I'm not a clean person, and the whole thing was getting messy. But since I'm still working, I got the idea of hiring a nude cleaning lady.
That's crazy. I'm sorry.
Since I've seen such a service advertised in alternative papers, I called her up and set up an appointment shortly before my roommate returned. She showed up, middle-aged but still decent looking, and actually did a great job while I watched and got my jollies off at the end. I paid and tipped her well.
Jollies?
Well, then my roommate returns. She's impressed the apartment is so clean. I told her, oh well, I didn't actually clean it myself. I hired a nude cleaner because that was kind of the only way to motivate me. She was like, what? And seemed upset that I would ever hire such a business. And at one point said, that's such a straight guy thing to do. I had to suppress a chuckle because it's kind of true. She seemed upset that I would do such a thing too and that it's trashy and degrading. She still seems kind of upset. So, was I an asshole? Edit. Whoa, this blew up. What I meant by getting my jollies off is I masturbated while she watched.
I'm sorry, the OP's clarifying.
Yeah, jolly. I masturbated while she watched. I ran it by her beforehand, and she said it was totally okay, as well as the client being naked too. She just doesn't touch or help. Completely consensual. I did not tell my roommate that part. Girl, if you don't keep your jollies to yourself, like, this is crazy.
I guess she was very jolly.
I just think, first of all, nothing wrong with this type of service. Props to the cleaning lady, she's getting her coin. Though I do think you're hella weird for saying that to your roommate, because you could have just said, oh yeah, I got a cleaning lady, period.
Yeah, and now your roommate's like, well, now I know you busted all over the living room.
Yeah.
I don't need to be knowing all that kind of stuff. You're just out here flicking your bean in the living room, squirting everywhere.
Oh my god.
Sorry, but like, you could have just done that shit in your room.
Yeah.
And it's also like, perhaps her flatmate's also like, oh, this flat has been musty. The only time you've come around to cleaning it is related to you nutting. I don't know.
Yeah, because she said she needed motivation. I mean, if this works for you, good. If you're gonna hire this person more times, good as well. Help them out. Maybe just don't tell your roommate that you're over here like watching titties giggle while they clean your floor. That's kind of crazy, bro.
Yeah.
And then you're getting your jollies off. That's so funny. Why
would you say that? Oh, I got my jollies off. Like, your flatmate just comes in like, oh, this place is so clean. I've just come back from a trip and it's so nice to come back to a clean flat. And you're like, yeah, well, I hired someone who cleaned naked and I busted that helped clean up. And they're like, yo, why are you sharing this information with me?
Yeah, and just said that's such a straight guy thing to do, which like, low-key.
High-key.
Yeah, a little bit.
High-key.
A little bit.
I do be respecting sex workers and what they gotta do. But yeah, it's very much a straight guy thing.
It is, bro. While the lady's like working hard, cleaning, and she's like on the couch, legs open, flicking it off.
I don't know.
Hello.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just not in that brain. I don't know how to empathize. Like, how's that hot to you? Like, a stranger just comes in and cleans up. I don't know. I don't think I'd even want to be in that position. But
in this jolly position.
Yeah. I mean, I've been jolly before. I'm joking.
You've been jolly before.
Yeah. But I don't know. This one's a bit weird. Just don't overshare.
Don't overshare. You are the asshole for telling your roommate about these very private moment that happened. You could have left the cleaning bit out of it, but
Not cleaning, as in the naked bit out of it.
oh yeah, the naked bit out
The
of
cleaning
it.
is the only part that it should have stayed.
She was gagged. She was like, "Wow, it's so clean." And she's like, "Yeah, I busted on the floor."
Yeah, I had a naked cleaning lady in here
Yeah.
clean this up for me.
Just
Yeah.
fit. Just
She's like, what
fit.
the fuck, you weirdo? Like, all you had to do was mop and, like, dust the thing, and I guess whatever works for you, but it's not something that needs to be shared.
Should we bin her?
I think the cleaning lady probably did a really good job
Yeah.
in binning what needed to be binned. But I think with that, the cleaning lady also binned their ability to read the room and not overshare.
Yeah, clearly.
I mean, their house got cleaned. I don't think we can bin much.
Lesbinit. I'm binning OP and this shameless behavior.
Right? What the fuck?
Don't tell people about hiring cleaning nude ladies, especially when they live in your house. Now she's scared.
Yeah, she's like, what the fuck? Like, you won't clean otherwise? That's so weird.
Kinda
Musty. Okay.
Stunky. Lesbinit.
Let's bin it. This post is coming from Best of Redditor Updates. It's titled, My 29 female girlfriend, 27 female, of 4 years just told me that she's pregnant. I'm a woman, so it can't be mine, but she swears she didn't cheat. What do I do? I'm still in shock, so bear with me. My life feels like a soap opera right now. Apologies, this will probably be long. Here's some background. My girlfriend Anna and I have been together for 4 years, with intentions of getting engaged sometime this year. To clarify, we are 2 women in a relationship. I am a lesbian, always have been, but Anna is bisexual, and has had serious relationships with men in the past. This has never been an issue for us because we love each other and have a healthy and stable relationship. But now, as you can imagine, I'm second guessing everything. What went down? In the last month, Anna had been complaining about putting on weight, particularly in her stomach area. Anna is thin and athletic, so the little belly she developed is noticeable. She has been going to the gym more and started eating much more healthier than she usually does. She didn't notice any improvements with her weight loss, but I told her that it takes time and that she will eventually lose the weight. Pregnancy never ever crossed my mind for obvious reasons. Last week, she really started freaking out about her weight gain, so she scheduled a doctor's appointment. She had the appointment yesterday afternoon and afterwards called me at work and told me that we needed to talk. I could tell she had been crying. I'm freaking out at this point, thinking that she's terminally ill or something. I start tearing up, asking her to tell me what's wrong, but she insists on meeting at home. I leave work immediately and get home to see her sitting on the couch, her face puffy from crying.
Oh my goodness.
I'm shaky and tears are streaming down my face. I ask her about her doctor's appointment and what is going on. She can barely get the words through her sobs. She tells me that she went to the doctor and that they told her she is 13 weeks pregnant.
Gag. Oh my. 4-8. That's 2 months and some. Whatever. Baby math.
I stop crying, but my brain is trying to comprehend what she told me. All I could say was, what? Over and over. She's still sobbing, saying she's so confused and she has no idea how this happened. I have never really seen her in a state like that. She seems genuinely upset and confused, but then again, so am I.
So am I.
As I start registering what is going on, I ask, did you sleep with someone? And she only starts crying more, swearing on her life she didn't sleep with anyone. So I'm like, but you did. You're pregnant. There's no way you didn't cheat on me.
Yeah.
To which she replies, I have no fucking clue how this happened, but I swear to God, I didn't sleep with anyone. You have to believe me. We go back and forth for 30 minutes or so, both of us still confused. I told her that I needed to think, so I called a friend and spent last night at his house. I've been talking with friends and everyone is confused, but agreeing that Anna must have cheated on me.
Oh my god.
I keep playing over our conversations in my head though. Like, if she knew that she had slept with a guy and that she could be pregnant, why would she go to the doctor? Why wouldn't she have just gotten an abortion secretly? She could have used the Plan B pill just in case. Like, she could have gotten away with this. Maybe I'm being foolish here, but it genuinely seemed like she had no idea why she was gaining the weight in her stomach. A couple nights we talked at length about possibilities why she was gaining weight in that region, and pregnancy never crossed our minds. I'm also playing back the potential date that she could have cheated on me, considering she's 13 weeks along. We live together and have similar work schedules. We both work 9 to 5 jobs, and if I'm thinking of the right week that this could have happened, there's nothing that stands out of the ordinary to me. There weren't any late nights or suspicious activity that would have concerned me. I feel like I'm driving myself crazy, and I feel like I can't trust her. She's been texting me asking if we can talk, and I told her that I need more time. I want to believe that she is telling me the truth, but I can't think of any reason how she could be pregnant without having slept with some guy. But it's all so confusing given the situation. So Reddit, what are your thoughts? Does my girlfriend have a case of lesbian immaculate conception? Or am I being a fool for doubting that she cheated on me? How do I handle this situation? How do I talk to her? Everything feels so confusing right now. Thanks in advance for reading.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
This is
Mm-hmm.
genuinely, this is diabolical for both parts, obviously, if Anna is telling the truth, of course.
I mean, immaculate conception, I keep saying this. It's
Listen.
possible. Like, I read a thing somewhere on Twitter. It's probably not real. I don't know. I think it is
What?
because I want it to be real, but like a couple whales, of female whales, were trapped together and one of them just ended up being pregnant. And also, the lesbian lizards, listen, lesbians can get each other pregnant. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That
Okay, lady. By all of the signs that being like, oh, Anna is chunky, Anna is this,
yeah.
Anna is that, she goes to the gym, obviously. Now she goes to the doctor and she's 13 weeks pregnant. But then she's crying and you believe her because her reaction is of genuine shock and confusion.
I would believe her too.
I don't think you can lie like that.
And yeah, also like you guys were speculating why she's gaining weight. She's gone to the doctor for a reason. If she thought she cheated on you, she would have known.
She wouldn't have gone.
She wouldn't have gone either. Like if this has happened somehow, it could even be like, the worst case scenario. What if she got like drugged and raped and she doesn't even know?
What if she doesn't even know?
Because otherwise, why would she be like, why the fuck am I gaining weight like this?
Yeah.
Why the fuck is this going on? And 13 weeks pregnant is crazy. Did she miss her periods?
I don't know. That's the thing. If she knew she was pregnant, as OP said as well, she could have gotten an abortion. She could have gotten a plan B. If she cheated, there were many routes she could go about with
But she's
this.
just shocked.
Oh my god, this is crazy.
There's more updates, by the way.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. So a lot has happened since the original post. Thank you to everyone that responded with helpful comments. It seemed like most people came to 3 possible conclusions with Anna's pregnancy. She cheated on me and got pregnant. She was a victim of drugging scenario and doesn't remember anything. The doctor is wrong.
Yeah, all of those make sense.
Yeah.
We did mention maybe she was drugged or something and she doesn't even remember, but okay, let's go.
What we're trying to say is we believe Anna.
Yeah.
And it could be false positive.
You could. Let's go.
After spending the night at my friend's house and ignoring Anna's calls and texts, I decided to see her the next day to talk. We made a plan to meet at our house after work. I wasn't sure what to expect from our conversation. I thought I might get a confession of her cheating on me or something along those lines. So we met at home. She asked me how I was doing, and I told her that I was still pretty confused and upset. She understood. Then I said, I have to know, did you sleep with someone or cheat on me or come near sperm in any way, shape, or form since we have been together? She swore up and down that she did not. Very sincerely, she said, I know that this is fucking crazy and literally unbelievable, but I swear to God, I didn't cheat on you. I am just as confused as you are. I still wasn't entirely convinced, so I asked her about the doctor's visit specifically. She did not get an ultrasound. They only took a urine sample. I guess she told them her symptoms. She took a urine sample, concluded she was pregnant, and sent her on the way.
Okay, that's very simple.
I asked why they gave her a specific gestation period, and she didn't know. I'm not entirely sure why they did either. Of course, I was like, did you tell the doctor that it's impossible that you're pregnant? That you've been with a woman for the last 4 years? And the doctor gave her grief for it.
Oh my god.
Essentially implied that she must have slept with a man because she's pregnant and that's why she was experiencing her symptoms. I'm not sure if this is a common occurrence for a doctor, but she said that he seemed completely unfazed by her claims of not having slept with a man. For those of you that have mentioned her period, Anna has an irregular period.
Okay.
Sometimes she gets it and sometimes she doesn't. There was no cause for alarm when she didn't get her period for 3 months because A, she can't get pregnant, and B, more sex for us.
Period. Oh, or no period.
I guess the doctor saw signs of a positive pregnancy test and a lack of period, and pregnancy was the most reasonable option. After hearing about it, I said that she should schedule another doctor's appointment with a different doctor as soon as possible. She told me that she had and had the appointment the next day. We decided it was best that I go with her to the appointment. The first order of business with the new doctor was the ultrasound. I sat with Anna as they put the gel in her stomach. I was genuinely sweating bullets. I kept thinking to myself, what if she's actually pregnant? I thought I was going to pass out,
Oh.
but Anna seemed calm. They confirmed that Anna is not pregnant, but she had a mass on her ovary that was a cause for concern.
Oh, okay. That's bad.
It was one of the most emotionally confusing moments of my life. Anna and I looked at each other, not sure if we should celebrate the not pregnancy or cry or what. Anna still has more appointments, but the new doctor gave her the diagnosis of stage 1 ovarian cancer.
Oh my fucking god.
This explains the positive pregnancy test and the bloated stomach. This also explains why she wasn't able to lose weight in her stomach. The doctor also mentioned that the irregular period should have been a sign of concern for Anna, as women with irregular periods can be more at risk for ovarian cancer. I'm devastated and hopeful. Anna is still in shock, as she has been through a lot in the past couple of days. I am supporting her the best I can, and we are figuring out a game plan. Naturally, we are both terrified of what's to come. This will be a huge part of her life and my life, and probably put our plans to get engaged / married / have kids on hold, if she can even have kids after all of this. Anna even joked about the fact that she wishes she had actually been pregnant with the Messiah.
Absolutely.
That way we could keep the kid and not have this horrible diagnosis. So I guess this is a happy / sad update. Thanks to everyone for reading. That was an emotional roller coaster.
Absolutely.
We went from confusion to shock to betrayal to suspense and ending with relief accompanied by fear.
This is so sad. Oh my goodness.
I don't think nothing could have prepared them for how serious things were. Like, I'm sure OP themselves were going through so many feelings of betrayal, and the other person's just like thinking, what the fuck? Like, where did... It's scary.
Absolutely.
Feeling like I'm pregnant. I never did it. Like, you know, they're obviously thinking to themselves, like, I'm sure Anna is probably thinking to themselves, like, I must have been raped because I do not have any memory of doing all of this. I must have been raped. And it's frightening to not know your body like that.
Absolutely. Like, how the fuck do I end up pregnant?
That's scary.
Well, I've been dating a woman for 4 years. Like, this is absolutely crazy. That first doctor, I mean, boo.
Yeah,
Boo him, because so dismissive, didn't even care about her at all. I'm very glad that they went to a second doctor.
There's actually a comment OP wrote about the first doctor. So OP wrote, when she explained his reaction to me, I was livid. Call me an angry, man-hating lesbian, but the second doctor was a woman, and she was honestly one of the most helpful and supportive doctors I have ever encountered.
Yeah, so the first one was a man.
And the second one was a woman.
It explains it.
But I don't even think it's in regards to OP being a man-hating lesbian. I think men in general, especially doctors, are quite dismissive. This is just textbook medical malpractice.
Absolutely.
The way they think women are overreacting about how much pain they feel. It's the same way how a lot of Black women as well.
Hospitals think that their pain tolerance is higher, so they don't use painkillers with them.
I don't know. I think this is just textbook medical malpractice and doctors not doing their jobs properly, putting their judgments on people rather than using their care and empathy to help people. Like, I'm so glad they went to the doctor again. They actually got to find out, like, it's ovarian cancer. It is still cancer, but it's stage 1. So I'm hoping they go through treatments together, and I'm hoping, like, all of this gets sorted. It is such a shame that the doctor didn't even go like, oh wait, why is Anna confused about being pregnant? Let me look into this. They were like, nope, here's the results, stick with it.
Yeah.
Right? You're pregnant, and that's the reason for why you're bloated. That's the reason for why you've missed your periods.
Also, the irregular periods. Everybody ignored that. Nobody was like, let's check that.
I also have irregular periods. I know a lot of people who tend to have irregular periods, and if Anna's always been having irregular periods, surely it's a cause for concern. You know?
And then bloating, positive pregnancy test, not losing weight, even though she was going crazier than ever at the gym. Hello, do you not have enough signs here to look for something else instead of just going like, yeah, you're preggo?
Yeah,
Come
like
on.
you lied. I don't know. I think it's really messed up. And I'm super glad that OP, I'm sure like OP felt really betrayed. I cannot imagine myself to be in a situation like this, because I too would feel super betrayed. And I'm so glad OP took their space they needed to. They stayed at their friends, and they heard their partner out and went with them, because I don't know, like, I think most common reaction in those situations would be, yeah, you cheated. Here's the evidence, and bye. I guess people would just not be willing to hear their partner out. Understandably.
Not. Yeah.
But because of medical malpractice, this relationship almost got broken up.
Shout out OP, because OP is a real one.
You trust your girlfriend, you know them, you're like, there's no way. and you gave them a chance. You went with them and you found out.
Absolutely, because this could have costed their relationship. If Anna didn't take a second test, if she didn't go to another practitioner, their 4-year relationship would have been over because of one doctor that didn't bother to look deeper into the situation.
Yeah, and usually I think a lot of doctors as well, they just want to sign off cases instead of do follow-ups as well, because it's more effort for them.
Yeah.
It's such a shame because you're actually playing with people's lives.
Yeah, for sure.
It's less paperwork for you, but this person literally has fucking cancer.
Yeah.
And you didn't see that.
And you didn't even bother to see that.
Yeah, and it's like if Anna is saying that they didn't have sex, there's a lot of different things that could have happened.
Yeah.
If they are actually pregnant and they don't have any memory of it. The possibility of them being raped was on the table since they don't know how they got pregnant. That means they would have had to follow up with other tests. And the doctor didn't even try to do that, like any other tests, STDs or anything. And they were just like, no, you're pregnant. You're pregnant. Like you're lying, whatever. Sit with the shock.
Yeah, that's true. And I always found it interesting how lesbians and straight women are treated so differently when it comes to the medical field. And I don't think it is always obvious, it's not in your face, but if you're a lesbian, if you're a queer woman and you go to the doctor, you will be treated differently than your straight peers. And I want to read something for you guys that I found, this very, very interesting article, which I'll link it below. But it says that although lesbians share many of the same health risks as straight women, some factors can influence our health risks in unique ways. And a lot of times, these factors are overlooked because there can be an assumption of hidden heterosexuality or lack of data and research. A lot of health providers carry a lot of homophobia and biased point of views, and it is clear in the way that they treat lesbian patients. It has been suggested that negative attitudes and responses by some healthcare providers may lead lesbians to avoid seeking healthcare. It is true. Some issues that lesbians face in the medical system include, but are not limited to, number one, distrust to disclose sexual orientation with a healthcare provider, discomfort with questions such as when was your last sexual encounter, any chance you might be pregnant. When being a lesbian is brought up, the practitioner may disregard STIs that are mainly spread by men, as if women are not capable of spreading it as well, which is very much true. Matter of fact, some people think that lesbians are impossible of catching many STIs because only men spread those, but people forget that men can have sex with women that also have sex with women. Those will come to you. It's not because it's two women having sex that STIs will not spread. Yes, it will.
Yeah.
Yes, it will. HPV is one of the cases. Women cannot transmit it to other women. Only men can transmit it. But if that man has sex with a woman that then has sex with a woman, there you go. Now it spreads. Number two, women-focused care tends to be organized around reproductive health. Yep. Public funding for women's health has centered on family planning and prenatal care, issues that are less relevant for lesbians than for heterosexual women, which is true. A lot of lesbians do want kids, it's not something that lesbians don't want or can't do. But female centered care is mainly focused on having babies and having a family. And it's always, is there any chance that you're pregnant? Do you want to be pregnant? When was the last time you had sex? Everything at the end is centered around the family because we're still in this world that has the idea that we girls are here for baby. And when lesbians come in the middle of it, it gets a little bit wonky for the professionals. Number three, counseling for women about STIs typically assumes sex with male partners. Women who are not sexually active with a man or who are not sexually active at all may thus be less likely to believe that health messages about routine care apply to them, may feel unwelcome in the healthcare setting, or may believe that their health needs will not be understood. Number four, low-income individuals are stuck with public providers who are not always educated on lesbian issues, while individuals with higher incomes can choose lesbian-friendly practitioners, creating a gap in general lesbian health knowledge. This is true. If you're only able to go to, a public doctor, and then there's another lesbian peer that has money and she goes private and she goes to a queer clinic, of course, her care is going to be completely different than the care that you would get as a low-income individual.
Absolutely, because you get to choose.
You get to choose, and you're like, I'm going to this one because this one has a lot of knowledge about lesbian issues, besides someone else just going to a normal GP that treats everybody for every type of pain. So, yeah, you will never be truly, truly, truly understood. Number five, some insurance plans do not cover same sex partners. Although domestic partner benefits are now increasingly available through some employers, most lesbians still do not have the option of coverage under their partner's health insurance plan.
That's crazy.
That's interesting, but that is very much true. yes, gay marriage is legal. No, you cannot have your partner under your insurance. No health insurance for you, no life insurance for you.
That's crazy.
That's interesting, isn't it? That's also an issue that lesbians face in the medical field. Number 6. Hospitals and healthcare providers do not always give the partner of a lesbian patient or the co-parent of a lesbian child the same rights to visit and to access information as it is provided to a heterosexual spouse.
Wow. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. So, all of this to say, and I did want to find something that could give me a little bit more of insight about what it looks like to be a lesbian and, being a patient of a doctor, especially after this story, of course, because this was crazy, is just that there's a huge lack of knowledge on how lesbians are treated, and there is also a huge lack of respect for how lesbian patients are treated. And now learning even that, if your partner is a lesbian, being different from obviously having like a straight person as your partner, they might not even be allowed to visit you at the hospital, or they might not even be allowed to be under your health insurance.
It truly makes you think how much work we still have to do when it comes to our rights.
Oh yeah.
And just having the legalization in a lot of these countries is not enough.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the issues we face are also quite ingrained into the system. I didn't even know about a lot of these things.
Yeah.
So it's shocking. And a lot of these people, a lot of lesbians, I'm assuming, find out about these barriers as they go through them rather than being told about them so that they can somehow prepare for them in whatever way. I just wanted to add, I don't know if this is related. You can tell me yes or not. So I was at the gym very recently. I had a very interesting encounter with one of the trainers who was trying to get me to buy their sessions so they can train me. And I explained to them quite briefly, like, look, I am still trying to navigate how my body responds to weight training and what frequency I should go at, because there's been months where I was very consistent and I lost my period completely. And he was like, why does that matter? Surely that doesn't matter because you're a lesbian.
Oh, girl.
Excuse me. Just because I'm a lesbian does not mean I do not need to have regular cycles. I do not need to keep, because that tells you there's issues going on within my body. You're a trainer, and I'm telling you, he's not like a young guy. He's old.
Oh yeah.
He's old.
And he's
He's married too.
Oh.
He was like, "Why do you need to know about your periods? Does it really matter because you're a fucking lesbian?" And like, well, he didn't cuss like that. Clearly, my body was under a lot of strain. There's some shit going on and my body is not able to produce regular cycles because it's under stress. With that being said, I did not buy his sessions. It's just crazy how people assume periods are only there for if you need a baby.
Bro, that's crazy. I mean, we do have a uterus.
Yeah.
Like, there's things happening every month. Of course, it's not fun. I guess when someone wants a baby, they're like, well, I suffer, but at least I have a gorgeous baby. I mean, I think with time, evolution will never take periods out because some lesbians want babies.
Yeah.
So, whatever.
Thank you for all that knowledge.
Hey, thank you.
What are we binning here?
I'm binning the first doctor, absolutely.
Yeah, in the bin.
And that's all.
In the bin. And I'm binning the pregnancy tests. Fuck them tests. I hope Anna got to bin the cancer. Fuck cancer, man. Fuck that.
Oh, God. Let's bin it.
This post is posted on Lesbian Actually. Broke up because I'm not aware enough of LGBTQ issues. How do I educate myself without feeling like I'm hitting a wall? Hi, longtime lurker here. My girlfriend and I recently broke up after about 2.5 to 3 months. I know that's not a very long relationship, but I'd started developing real feelings for her, so it hurts a lot. She told me I'm a kind person and that I have good intentions, but she was really put off by my lack of awareness around LGBTQ issues, and in the end, that became a deal breaker. She said she feels like, in the long run, it probably wouldn't work. The thing is, I've known I'm a lesbian for a long time, but I'm still relatively new to the LGBTQ community. I grew up and lived most of my life in a very heteronormative environment that isn't very political. Some of my friends are even in the military.
Oh, girl.
And because of that, I've absorbed a lot of their perspectives over the years, and not so much the viewpoints from a more activist feminist / LGBTQ circles.
Oh, God, okay.
Not because I'm against it, but because I simply wasn't exposed to it and didn't realize how big the gap was. For example, I used to be pretty naive about topics like the police/military and why those institutions can feel threatening or harmful to many queer people, especially trans folks. I don't share the values I associate with those institutions today. I'm sad they're not peacemaker like they need to be. I think for a long time I emotionally shut down and avoided the news because it made me feel depressed. But lately, seeing what's going on, and in some recent cases in the news, has made me angry and more motivated to learn and actually take a stand.
Now,
on top of that, I work in a male-dominated environment. I'm an electromechanic and I consider myself mentally tough, but I'm also very chill. And sorry. But I'm also very chill, and I honestly don't always notice when or if I'm being disrespected or discriminated against. I've started taking concrete steps. I began volunteering at queer parties/events, and I'm also trying to get involved in feminist queer activities in my area. I'm in Brussels, so there are a lot of opportunities. I genuinely want to educate myself and broaden my perspective, not just for a relationship. I want to be a better informed person and feel more connected to my own community. What makes me feel confused and helpless is that we got along really well otherwise. We had fun together every time we went out. She used to talk about future plans, a weekend at the sea, going to Pride together, etc. Then the breakup felt sudden. She also kept saying she didn't want me to change for her, but at the same time, she thought my learning process would be too slow. I'm not trying to become someone else for her. I personally want to grow, so I don't fully understand what she meant.
I thought you just said a paragraph ago that this was not because of her. But now it seems like you want to change because of her.
I can accept that at our age. Maybe she doesn't want to waste time with someone who doesn't match her values right away. But from my perspective, this feels like something that could be worked through, especially since I'm willing to learn and I'm already taking action. I'm feeling sad and lost, and I'm starting to wonder if there was another underlying issue with me. I'd really appreciate advice or perspective from people who've been on either side of this.
I think that your ex-girlfriend, and this is only my opinion, I don't know these people, but I have a feeling that she did not break up with you because you're not aware enough of LGBTQ plus issues. I think she broke up with you because she's a woman that is politically educated, and you are someone that hangs out with people in the military and in the police force. You know, this is not a gay issue. This is a society issue. This is a community issue. You not being aware of what the military does, not to queer folk, because that's where you're going wrong here.
Yep.
You're taking everything back to the gays, It's not about the gays. I don't know your girlfriend, your ex-girlfriend, but I'm telling you right now, it's not because of the gays.
Yep.
This just tells me that she's very much aware of political issues and you truly don't care about what's going on in the world. Because if you don't even know what the military does to not just gay people, but to everybody, to people in the Middle East, to people that they bomb their countries without any concern for their lives, you don't care. You don't know that the police are out here killing people. They're out here discriminating people. And you say, I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm chill. Girl.
Yeah.
Kim, there's people that are dying. Come on. It's not about a gay issue. It's a political issue.
Yep. It shows your humanity. It's not ultimately, oh, I'm gay, so I have to care about other gay people. It's, I'm a human, so I should care about other human people.
Exactly.
And because you're gay, that means you have encountered certain kind of hardships. And so you tend to have more empathy for other people who are oppressed as well, or part of minorities. And I do want to say, like, your environment is not an excuse.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the fact that you have friends from the military tells you enough. Being apolitical is a political stance.
It is?
If you don't have a political stance, that is a political stance. And the privilege you have to be like, I don't actually, like, I never got affected by this, and my friends are in the military and police force, so, like, it's, you're in a little bubble.
Yeah.
You grew up in a little privileged little bubble.
You did.
And despite being a minority, your privilege allowed you not to be affected. You being part of the minority as a queer person, as a gay person, made it so that you weren't affected by the brutality those people inflict on other people. Because you're in a privileged bubble. That's how privileged you are.
Exactly. I would like to say something. I was in a relationship with this person that was extremely political. And we ran into some issues because I was not, but not in the sense that I was like you, but in the sense that I was not aware of my own politics because I never truly thought about it. See, OP, the difference between me and you is that I did not have friends in the military and I never aligned myself with the military or the cops or anything like that. I very much knew where I stand politically, I just didn't have the knowledge and the words to back it up. through dating this person, we broke up as well, exactly because of this issue. Obviously, I started learning more about politics, getting more involved with it, not because of her, but because of myself, and because my existence as a lesbian is already political. My existence as a masculine presenting lesbian is already political. Just me by being outside, I'm already a political stance. So what the fuck does that say about all of the other political things? Because as Nat said before, if you are not talking about politics because you are gay, you do get into it. Being gay is part of it because yes, you are going to suffer and you are going to have less privileges than straight people. So you do end up having more empathy towards other people because you know what it feels like to not be a privileged person. So, you know, you want the world to be better for everybody, not just for gay people. So it clicked for me. I was like, oh, actually, I am very political. I just never really learned about it. I never really read about it, right? And I think the difference here is that you don't truly care about politics. You say you're not doing this for her, but you are, because you say all of this, but then you say, well, the breakup felt so sudden and I'm not changing for her, but da-da-da. This will only work if you truly care about the world around you. It's not about the gays. The gays are part of the world. Yes, they're there, but we are not the whole world. Because regardless...
Collective liberation.
Politics do matter because you will be affected one way or the other. If you truly want to change, do it for yourself, not for her. And volunteering at the gay club, girl.
Like, what's that? What the fuck does that do? I'm sorry, gay clubs, like, I'm not trying to bash gay clubs. I love going to gay clubs.
They're dope.
I love going to gay events. I love it. But I don't think you're actually understanding why those spaces are important by going to a gay club.
If you want to volunteer at the gay club, go do your research, see how gay clubs came to be. See how come we have gay clubs now. What are the politics of that? Because it was not just, you know, two gays that wanted to shake ass. There's a history behind it. There's a history and political things behind every little gay thing that you do. Even a gay tote bag with a rainbow on it. How come now we can walk around with it and we couldn't before? It's not just about being gay.
If your politics are solely based on your own individual rights, I don't think you should give yourself credit for that. Because I promise you, if I was not a lesbian woman, if I was a cis straight man, I hope to God, I don't even believe in God, but I hope I still care about everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't need to be affected by certain politics to not care about how it affects other people.
Exactly.
I care about everybody. I'm really grateful that I'm able-bodied, but that does not mean I do not care about people who are disabled, and I will not speak up for them. Because my politics does not stop and begin with my own individual rights. It starts with my humanity, it starts with empathy, and it ends with everybody being liberated. Not just gay people, not just women like me.
Everybody.
You have to care about everybody to care about these things. And the fact that you couldn't even care about your own shit says enough. And let's say that, you know, you think you go volunteering at gay clubs makes the girl go like, oh wait, she's changed. You think you're gonna keep volunteering at the gay club just to keep her now? Later on, that resentment will grow because you're doing this to keep her. There's other ways to do it. You might not agree with it, but now you have to stick to that, and resentment will grow. This relationship will not last, and that person will be able to see through you the whole time.
And there's a comment here that OP replied to. The commenter said, I think that at your age, she felt that you should already be knowledgeable and aware of things going on. It sounds like because of the environment you grew up in her opinion, you might have buried your head and ignored politics. Your friends think a certain way, the news made you uncomfortable, so you took a step back and didn't grow any interest in politics or the community. I think y'all's views and values just didn't align. And it's not really her job to teach you to believe in something she does. You'd be kind of manipulative. You also should be genuinely interested and not just find yourself getting involved because of a woman. And then OP replied, yeah, that's what I'm doing, but the community feels a bit intimidating and I didn't really know where to start. She already had contacts, knew what was going on, and introduced me to a lot of things. So now I have a starting point. Still, I'm hoping we can stay friends so I won't feel so lost. OP, there is not a big gay book that you read out of and you learn things about gay people. There is no gay Bible for you to learn. You're saying, we hope we can stay friends. You don't give a single fuck about politics.
You don't.
You're performing. You're elaborating this gorgeous dance. You're trying to lie to yourself and to this woman that you're someone that you're not.
If you understood how important politics are, you'd be like, I get it. I get why she broke up with me.
Yeah.
And I want to ask you, Nar, so when this person broke up with you, did you feel some sort of resentment? I know you now, and you're incredibly political. You tell me a lot of the news updates sometimes I miss out on, and I'm always actively catching up on the news as well. So do you think when your ex asked you, you know, why you weren't interested in politics the way they were or whatsoever, like, do you think it built up resentment initially?
I did not build any resentment towards her. I just felt ashamed because that was the first time in my life at my big old age that I was being confronted with this. I grew up in that environment. To me, it just became normal. It became the norm, you know. Oh shit, damn, can you believe what Trump said? Can you believe what that person said? That's crazy. Anyway, let's go drink some coffee and smoke some cigarettes. That's what's up. So I did not build any resentment towards her. I was just being faced for the first time ever in my life with this reality that I was like, shit, you're right. I'm not aware enough. And it's not that I'm numb, but I'm also not active. And, you know, I don't know what's going on, but I know, which is, it's a weird limbo to be in, because it's like, damn, you know everything that's going on, but at the same time, you don't know it in details, right? You know there's like this war going on, but you don't know the thing that happened 100 years ago that led to what's going on right now. And that how that one thing that you don't know about is everywhere in your life and it's in front of your eyes and you don't see it happening. I just felt so stupid, and I did not take the breakup with any resentment or anger or hate towards her. I just told her, I understand, you're absolutely right, and that was it. And I think that's what OP should do as well. Some you win, some you lose. This is not a win-win for you. I'm sorry, because you just don't care. I cared. I learned, I grew, I looked in the mirror. And what made me realize, you know, where I truly stood in this topic was that just my existence as a lesbian is already political. So how the fuck can you ignore politics? You cannot ignore politics.
Also, like, regardless of you being lesbian,
that's just what did it for me. Especially, I read a comment on, I don't know what subreddit it was, but it was someone, it was the topic about politics and, you know, basically being a butch in the 80s and 90s. And they were talking about just how being a butch is already a political statement, just you being outside. And it goes back to that that when femmes in old documentaries, they used to say, me being outside as a femme, nothing happens as long as I don't have a butch by my side. Because if I have a masculine presenting woman by my side, then we will be arrested. So just the existence is political. That was just a tiny thing. That was not the important thing, but that opened my eyes so quick. I was like, fuck, so something. I've just been living my life so clueless. Whole time, I'm over here. Just my existence is political. So what about everything else that's going on around the world?
I guess it was a change in mindset completely, where you're able to see the world. All these things before you kind of didn't notice. Now you're able to notice. And you understand the world more. You understand politics more. My question to you is, how is it that you let those feelings of shame and guilt transform you rather than leave you stagnant?
I think what made me not stay in my shame and my head buried under the ground is that we live in a society, we live in a world, and it is okay to feel shame and to feel guilt, but, you know, if you want to change something in this world, it's not going to be with your shame, and it's not going to be keeping your head buried and hidden. Your shame does not take you anywhere, and I admit, absolutely, I was so ignorant, and I used to say that I'm a very empathetic person, and I was. It was not a lie. But my empathy cannot be only reserved for people that are around me. My empathy is not reserved for my friends. My empathy is for the person outside that, I don't know, just dropped their wallet and I picked it up, and it's for the homeless man in the corner that everybody thinks he's crazy, and it's for the person that needs help getting inside the bus, and it's for someone in a world that, you know, it's in a country miles and miles and miles away from me. My empathy does not stay inside a little bubble. It goes everywhere. And, you know, if you're someone that considers themselves to have a lot of empathy for others, but you still feel a lot of guilt about your politics because, you know, maybe you don't know enough or you don't have the big book of politics around you, just use your empathy. If you feel bad when you see a little kid struggling and suffering, use that empathy. Go read more. Go read why that kid is suffering.
Exactly. And ultimately, all our struggles are interconnected, whether it's directly visible to us or not.
Absolutely.
What are we binning?
I'm binning your sense of wanting to change for someone else, because you cannot do that. You cannot do that. If you want to change, girl, change for yourself, not for her.
I'm binning everything about OP. I'm not binning their ex. Their ex already binned them. So maybe the trash is taken out. I don't know.
I'm binning OP's friends. Fuck them.
Oh yeah, fuck your friends.
Fuck your friends. And this is it for this month's episode of Lesbinit.
And thank you so much for listening this far. If you have, if you haven't, well, I don't know what to say to you.
You're not going to be listening to this, that's for sure.
Yep. And if you do have any stories you would like us to react to, please share them with us on Reddit.
Lesbinit subreddit. Stay tuned for the next episode. We hope you guys enjoyed it. We had many funs as always.
Yeah, we'll meet again
We'll meet again.
during Pride Month.
Pride Month, period.
Exactly.
Bye.
Woo!
Bye.
Can we bin it?
Lesbinit.